your hands for the milky cow. We all have been drinking milk since our childhood, and that's why we grew up. And standing here and delivering the speech, right? And as we heard that somebody got a big lap of promotion from quality engineer to straight program manager. Well, I'm not seeing the position, but I can see the amount of money that has been increased. Phenomenal. That's inspiring. We'll follow it. Now, let's come to my path. I always like to take these kind of inspiration. I go in a morning walk, routine morning walk, and think about how I can copy that. It was one normal morning. I was going through the railway track. All of a sudden, I saw a herd of dogs running in the same direction. I inquired. I came to know that the train just passed by over 2 cows. When I went to the scene, I witnessed a horrific scene of 2 cows being laid down and butchered down. I could not stand there. Came back home. I couldn't sleep that night. A question was tingling me. Why the hell people leave and abandon their cows once they stop giving milk? Again, the morning came. And good morning to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster, and fellow Toastmasters and guests. Linking the event to my organization, I was working 5 years ago. I was very inspired by a man like Toastmaster Pallavi. He was my super boss, head of the department at that time. He was very hardworking, very charismatic. And the most interesting point was his salary was 1.5 crore per annum. Wow, so inspirational. He was living a cool life. His children were studying in the most sophisticated school. He was living a lavish life, working hard, giving it to company, enjoying his life. Everything was good. Until COVID came. He was sick. He was sick for more than 6 months. Since he was an executive level worker, so he went to a 5-star hospital, but his insurance was limited. And gradually, he shifted to a lower grade hospital. But when he was still not okay, it was difficult to meet his expenses. Although his salary was still coming, but he had to pay other expenses as well. He thought of going to government hospital, but since he has never been there, he could not navigate the path to government hospital. In the end, he died. The situation flipped. Not only he died, his situation of his family worsened. They were not able to sustain the same lifestyle. They could not go to government school because they have been brought up in that kind of lifestyle. So they were like trapped and stranded in that situation. Organization helped as much as it could. But when we thought our life is so vulnerable, so perishable, this guy had paid crores of tax in his 25 years career. Can you imagine? Per annum, if you are earning 1.5 lakh crore of salary per annum, you pay around 60 lakhs of tax. Multiply it by 10, it becomes 6 crore. And that's the income tax. There are other taxes that you pay that are called indirect taxes, CGST, value-added tax. When you combine all this, of course, they are transferred to GST. Just for your information, global services tax. When it is levied by central, then it is CGST, central goods and services tax. When it is levied by state, then it's SGST. Okay, so all your value-added service tax and all have merged to this GST. Just for your information, we pay all that. And this guy who has reached that position spent so much in his education, in his certifications. And on top of that, he paid the education cess, the GST on the education. He took the certification he did. So that will be like 10 crores of all the taxes, which means throughout his career, income tax department has milked him to an extent. And when he needs them, when his family needs them, they have abandoned him. A thought struck me, is he and us not less than that cow who was slaughtered under that train? We have a population of 130 to 40 crores. Only 2 crore people pay income tax. And do you know the amount of income tax department collects? If it is in USD, it is 310 billion USD. That is more than GDP of 50% of countries in the world. I understand tax collection is important to fuel the economy, to provide right equipments and services to our defense services, to build infrastructure. But why only milk those 2 crore people? The poor, they don't pay taxes. The farmers, they are exempted from taxes. The businessmen, especially the shopkeepers, they deal in cash, they don't pay taxes. They are earning millions more than the salaried people, but they do pay zero tax, or literally zero tax. The corporates or the big or small enterprises, they manipulate their balance sheets. They show their losses. And in fact, in lieu of paying taxes, they get support from government in form of subsidy. But what do salaried people get? You don't even get a chance to evade tax. Why? Because they have tools like tax collection at source and tax deduction at source. So before you even get the earned money, government is already taking it. Income tax department is already taking it. You are milk from all the 4 udders that you have, if you are a cow. And yet, we don't raise any voice to it. We are okay with this lifestyle. All we do is hitting keyboards, going to hill stations or coastal areas. Nobody is raising voice. Now, why do people like farmers, poor, rich, why do income tax department leave them? Because they're not cows, they're bulls. Have you seen the recent farmer protest? It was for no reason. It was illogical, but yet they won because they raised their voice. Have you heard a word called Vyapar Sangh? You have. They fight. They don't want to pay taxes, especially the shopkeepers. And then comes the lobby of CA, chartered accountants, who act like army men, the commandos saving taxes for corporates. So they all are bulls or tigers. And 2 crore people are cows. The first thing, we never raise our voice unanimously. Next thing, all the politicians know that we don't vote. Maximum of us don't vote. So we are not even the vote bank. Our branding is so poor that whatever you impose on them, they will take it, accept it. At a max, they'll tweet or write a Facebook post or a LinkedIn post if you're more sophisticated. If you're someone like me, he will just shout at the Toastmasters forum and then sit quiet. What we need to do to get out of this punitive tax. What is a punitive tax? It is avoiding me to do well. If tomorrow, if I'm aspiring for a salary of 1 crore, I have to pay 40 lakhs tax. That means I'm working at around 6 months for the government. Why the hell am I working that much? 1 crore means you're spending a lot of your energy, emotions with that company, with that work. Right? Lot of hard work. When poors and riches are enjoying, you're doing certification, you're improving your communication, you're improving your skills. What do you get at the end of the day? Working 6 months for income tax department. And what do we want? I'm not against this tax system. What I just demand is a fair tax system. If you cannot provide a fair tax system, at least provide a social security. If not social security, at least provide a medical security. Once you provide a medical security to those 2 crore people, they will feel some kind of security. They will be encouraged to work more hard. They will be encouraged to enter in entrepreneurship. Might be they generate more revenue. They will definitely help to increase the GDP of the country. It is not about the government who does not want to change. It is about the department who just want to milk these cows so that their lavish lifestyle is maintained. And at the last, just remember, whenever you are doing well in your career as a salaried people, you are taxed for doing well. And in case you don't pay your tax, you are fined for skipping the tax. Raise your voice. Over to you, Toastmaster.